Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
แต่ต้องอัพไอเนี่ยให้ได้ไม่ใช่สิเนี่ยสปัดส่วนเนี่ยกูต้องเอาไอ้นี่ให้ได้แต่ก่อนหน้านั้นกูต้องทำนี่เป็นขั้น6ซะก่อนซึ่งการจะไปยังขั้น6ก็ต้องใช้เวลาเยอะก่อนสุ่มไปสุ่มมาสุดท้ายกูก็ไม่ได้อะไรเหมือนเดิมเรียกว่าอะไรนะไม่มีประโยชน์เลยกูแล้วกูท้อไว้คือสุ่มอันเนี้ยไปอ่ะประมาณ70 โลแล้วมึงก็ไปออกให้กูเนาะหัวอันนี้ได้3 อันก็4 อันเหรอก็คือเนี่ย800กูต้องหาได้ประมาณ1,000ถ้ากูได้1,000กูก็สุ่มไอ้นี่ได้รอบหนึ่งคือพูดง่ายๆนะไอหัวเนี่ยประมาณ60-70แล้วเอาจริงแล้วก็ไม่มีแววของสีทองเลยส่วนตู้เฮี้ยเนี่ยกูไม่หวังแล้วตู้เฮี้ยเนี่ยตู้ละครกูไม่มีเลยเว้ย170 อันเนี่ยไม่มีคำว่าตัวละครได้แค่หนังสืออะไรหนังสือตัวโง่อย่างของไอหนังสืออะไรอะไอหนังสือตัว5 ดาวตัวเนี้ยตัวเนี้ยเอามาทำไมก็ไม่รู้กูไม่ได้อยากได้เลยจะไปยังไงทีเนี้ยต้องตรงไปด้านหน้าโทษทีคือเห็นแล้ว
No
มันเก่ง
danger detected. Existence is unity. Like until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Stay in step. Dreams do come true. Step up, let's.
Every victory is hard won.
ปุ๊บเกิดอะไรขึ้นอะไรอะ
This brings back such familiar memories. Memories of chasing, gnawing, and tearing. Oh, they're back.
My lord, we're just one step away from freedom. As we pass through the gate, no one...
So this hostage is useless now. Kill him, Moktok.
He's getting away. Do something, Jiao Chou. It's just like the old days, you useless loser. Just do something!
Maybe this Yao Qing messenger can strike a deal in exchange for his life. He can use his status to help us escape from the Xianzhou. What do you think, Mr. Jiaozhou?
Oh, just look at you. Fallen so low during my absence. You're even negotiating with livestock. As far as I recall, no one from the Yao Qing would ever consider a deal with Durand.
I've got to make this beast stay here, whether it's for the sake of Fei Xiao or the Yao Qing. Deal. I certainly have more value alive. My identity, my knowledge of the Xianzhou, and my understanding of many things that your minions have no knowledge of.
Lowly beast. Muster up that pitiful tongue of yours and plead for what remains of your life.
I'm afraid you're unaware. The woman who defeated you, Jing Liu, she has recently returned to the Luofu. Your opportunity for revenge is right in front of you.
My lord, this slave is talking nonsense. I've never heard anything about this.
Silence, Mokchok. And you, slave. From now on, you'll stay by my side. You'll only speak and move when I allow you to. Otherwise, I'll dismember you from head to tail, inch by inch. Got it?
But my lord...
We must stay here for some time, Moktok. Fear not. Because once I step out of the prison, it's the people of the Xianzhou who should tremble in fear. I'll show them what true calamity means. Now, Durand's whelps, follow me! Prison guards, stop them! My lord!
Eternal. Like until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Activate!
Some value, I suppose. Existence is unity.
Attack!
Like until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas ablaze! Every victory is hard won.
Activate!
There's more to life. Eternal.
Join the battle.
Detonate!
Like until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live! Every victory is hard.
แล้วกูเพิ่งจัดการไปหมาดๆไม่ใช่หรอวะ
Prisoners must remain in place and obey the guard. Those who fail to comply will face severe punishment, serving as an example.
Some value, I suppose. Existence is unity.
Stand in position.
Attack!
Like until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas ablaze! Firefly tech.
Reach the end of the story.
Eternal.
Join the battle. Detonate.
Like until everything burns to ashes!
ผม E6 แล้วนะเพราะงั้นเลยไม่ค่อยห่วงเรื่องคาแรคเตอร์ว่าใจนี่เนื่องจากคาแรคเตอร์ผม E6 แล้วเลยไม่ค่อยกลัวอะไรเยี่ยมเอาได้น่าโดนนี่รับผ่านแน่
Report! After we lost contact with the shackling prison, we received a message from a Psycrane. The prisoners have revolted, and the criminal Hule is nowhere to be found!
What about the Yaoqing messengers? And the Nameless?
No news at the moment. We're trying to restore contact with the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. You're dismissed. General Jing Yuan, General Hua Yan. It's just as we suspected. The rise of the Ambrosial Arbor was not the end of things. The hand of the Ruined Legion has already sown the seeds of destruction. From this moment on, the Xianzhou Alliance will face an even greater challenge, from both the abominations of abundance and the destruction itself. If this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge. As the Marshal Special Envoy, I'll dispatch the Lawfu Cloud Knights to pursue Hule myself.
Looks like the hidden dregs have finally come to the surface. And as I said before, it's time to wash them away, once and for all.
It's still early. Where to now?
แล้ว อะไรอะไรของมาส่งเฮ้ยไฟทักมาแต่ว่าวิธีแห่งนักดาบเดี๋ยวครับวิธีนักดาบมัดเซเว่นเดี๋ยวทำไมมันอยู่ใกล้กันน่ะทำไมถึงมาอยู่ใกล้กัน
Test peer wrap, song lotus cake, guaranteed delicious.
ทำไมมันถึงอยู่ใกล้กันแบบนั้นตอนนี้ก็คือผมก็ไม่น่ามีอะไรทำแล้วทีนี้ก็คืออาจต้องทีหลังเรื่อง2จะอันนี้มาไม่ค่อยนี่เท่าไหร่แต่การมานี้ก็คืออาจจะต้อง ก็คือตอนนี้ถ้าเกิดอันนี้ปั๊บก็ได้800เท่ากับผมมีอยู่ประมาณ5 ใบ1 ใบก็ง่ายๆผมต้องหาได้อีกประมาณ910ถึงจะได้สุ่มไปนี่ทั้งหมด
I'm planning on quitting my
ลอง
job.
หาไปเรื่อยๆเดี๋ยวก็เจออีกยิ่งเป็นโอ้โหอยู่นี่เองจ้ะมาเซเว่น
All right. Now that you're in position, Miss March, let's get this lesson started. I'm not good at acting all master-like. Oh, thank you so much, Masters. Oh, after all, we need to watch you practice for a few... So, how'd I... You're definitely talented, Miss March. Hey, here you are. Did you hear that? Just wait until I go back. Swordplay requires rigorous training. Before we start, Miss March, you need to find a... In other words, even though you didn't exactly choose to be our apprentice, you still need... I once had the honor of learning swordplay from a master. She asked me why I started... Miss March, why do you... Why do I wield my sword? I also questioned that sword master about why she uses her sword, and she said, to vanquish my... The best way to take down your enemy is with a blaster gun! I heard a hero say something like that in an immersion. Seems like you've seen your fair share of immersion, Miss March. But if you want my opinion, if your goal is self-improvement, you'll feel just as accomplished even if you put down the... Oh, come on. Oh? Now I'm curious to... Let me ask you something, March. Do you have any specific goals for learning swordplay? Like, who do I want to defeat? Him? Dan Hong? Himeko? If you can't think of anyone specific, why not set a simpler goal? Like, how many opponents do you want to defeat at once with a sword? I'll fight 10! 10? Oops, that just slipped out. It's actually... Yeah, I really like them. I think I figured out what's motive... Could it possibly be Immersia about Swordmasters? Hey, now that you mention it, I'm super interested in Xianzhou Immersia and novels, even though I use a bow. See? It doesn't matter. Everyone has their own preferences. Becoming a swordmaster who fights for justice and battles evil... now that you've both given your approval, I have another small request. Tea ceremony? Tap the table? Do we... please? That's how the... That's even more unnecessary. Let's just stop wasting time. Just treat us to some milk tea. Yeah! All right, let's go. To the sleepless...
สาบานใช่ไหมว่านี่คือนี่ที่จำได้ว่าเมื่อกี้
You say you like me, but...
จำได้ว่า
And the dragon...
ได้อ่านด่วนเฉยโอ้โหโอ้ยอยู่ใกล้ขนาดนี้ด้วยกูวางตรงนี้เลยแล้วกัน
That is a fantastic story.
Hey, this is not how it's supposed to be, right? The Xianzhou is known for its tea culture and hospitality, but you're not...
Dear...
Stop! Don't call me a guest. You're not even treating me as one. I want my tea just right. Not too hot, not too cold. But the tea you served was either freezing or scalding. Your tea tastes like slop. And you even have enough to charge me for it. Are you trying to scam honest folks? And that name, the Sleepless Earl, it's so hard to remember. How about we give you a new plaque that says, Cienjo Slop?
Stop! You've gone too far.
Oh, who's that trying to be a hero?
It's me, March 7th. Cause more trouble and I'll show you. Oh, that's right!
Never heard of you. Now,
Mr. Scott, I'm Yenching, a Cloud Knight lieutenant. We've met before, and I suggest you stop causing trouble.
trouble? Ha! I'm just giving some feedback as a regular customer. The tea here is terrible, and now the Cloud Knights want to stop me from complaining about it? At this rate...
A regular customer? You?
Yeah, what else would I be? The Cienjo's prisoner?
Anyway, if you're trying to bully this young lady, you'd better...
Huh? Oh, that really scares me. Come on, you're not seriously trying to take my life with that piece of...
Scrap metal? This is my sword! I'm here to learn...
Sword play? Oh, I get it now. It's just another kind of play, right? That explains why you're dressed like you're in a show.
Huh! As if anyone wants your junkie!
Looks like you guys are totally... Well, guess it's time to show these...
กูเบื่อไวๆเฮียตัวกระป๋อง
Just a reminder, IPC members, street fighting on the Cienjo Lafu is prohibited.
Make any funny moves, and I'll smash.
Hey, relax. I know the rules. These are my subordinates. They got stuck here because of the transport ship incident. Well, I could overlook the terrible tea, but now that you're questioning my security, I can't let it... Instead of wasting your life learning useless swordplay, why not...
Stop! Don't you dare insult Cienjo so...
Huh? A fight, you say? Say whatever you want. But once you've seen what our mechs can do, you'll be practically begging us for them. Oh, come on! How could I say no to a... So, I can see
มึง
you're
อี
no
กแล้วเหรอ
master yet,
กูเบื่อ
but I'll
กู
play
เบื่อก็ตอนที่
You
มึง
go
ต้อง
back
มา
and
ได้
learn
แบบ
swordplay from your
โง่
teachers
ๆเนี่ยตัว
here,
ประกอบ
and in
ที่แม่งมีหมด
15
เยอะ
days,
ชิบหาย
I'll come
เลย
find you
เนี่ย
and challenge you with my mechs.
ไอ้เฮียตัวประกอบโง่ๆมึงหงายเฮียกูเห็นอะไรนะมึงเข้ามาอะไรมึงก็แพ้ไอ้เฮียแพ้แล้วมึงก็ทำไอ้ควายตั้งแต่นี่นะไอ้สมาคมการค้าแล้วไอ้เฮียมึงอะไอ้สมาคมการค้าทีนี้ก็เริ่มหุ่นยนต์ชีวะอีกคราวนี้อะไรอีกอะ
Only 15 days?
And if you lose, you'll have to bark like a dog in public and shout, Cienjo swordplay! Oh, and if that's the case, just forget about your master.
And...
I'll become your apprentice?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't like you.
Okay, how about this? If I lose, I'll squeal like a pig in public and say, IPC mechs are a total joke! And I'll even print that on every mech on the transport ship.
Squealing isn't enough. You also need to apologize.
Fine, I get it. But you all heard it, right? We'll meet again.
กูเบื่อขี้หน้าพี่หมาย
Are you okay?
Yes. Thank you all for your timely help. The shop facing a bit of flack from visitors is a minor issue, but Miss March's decisions to challenge him is serious.
Don't worry. I can't stand by and watch someone be bullied.
Not only do you speak like a hero from an immersia, but you also have a kind heart.
I'm not quite a hero.
I know you're here for the tea ceremony. Please.
Thanks for the invitation, but right now...
Sure, the tea can wait for now. However, I have a question.
Come on. How could I possibly lose?
You're right. It seems she really hasn't considered anything. I don't see any issue with it. Let March give it a shot.
As long as she trains diligently.
I'm now filled with determination, Masters. You're my most trusted friend. Hey, when have I ever treated you poorly? Masters? Mr. Teaching Assistant? Let's go back.
I'm planning on quitting my job. Oh.
That IPC guy will show up in 15...
Becoming a sword master.
But we can't lose our momentum.
Momentum alone will only keep you going for about 3 days. If you really want to stick...
No worries. I've found my professional... Rest assured, Masters. If not in me...
Miss March is really passionate about learning swordplay. And there are many ways to defeat villains. But if you want to become a true hero, you have to focus on self-improvement.
Got it. It's...
Since you've got that in mind...
Please, go ahead, Master Yun...
We'll have 3 exams during these 15 days. If you pass our tests, those pieces of IPC scrap won't...
That would mean Yun Li is a terrible teacher. And if that's the case, I hope you won't force yourself to take on the
Hey! You are the terrible teacher here.
I understand. In the Immersia, the disciple and the master share both honor and...
Well, there aren't that many customs on the Xianzhou.
But as long as you practice diligently and pass the tests, now, let's go back to the first question I asked you. I'm sure you've...
Absolutely! I wield my sword to become a hero. I want to fight for justice.
Then keep that fire burning.
You haven't said much, Mr. Teaching Assistant. What twists? Like the one... It'd be pretty awesome if that... that's enough chit-chat for now. Don't...
ไปอีกอะเดี๋ยวนี้อะ
Hey,
ไปดูสิอยากรู้ว่ามันทำอะไรกัน
How should I go about this? All swords and no play makes March a dull girl, you
ไม่
know.
ได้มันเยอะเกินไปสัมผัสรับรู้2 อันตะเวนรอบหนึ่งแล้วก็เพิ่มความแกร่งกันแล้วกันสิ
Another step closer to star-crazing glass greatsword.
ถ้ากำลังต้องได้150แย่แล้วไอ้เหี้ยไม่ถึงแน่เลย
If you keep upping the training, I'm gonna start skipping class. I'll fight 10.
ไม่ถึงแน่เลยเพราะว่าลืมดูเรื่องว่าไอ้นี่
What do you recommend? That's enough training for today.
ดีนะนี่พอดี
Today, you'll face your first test.
Oh, I know. It's
That's boxing?
เกือบ
But
แห้งแล้วเมื่อกี้
close enough, I guess.
Grasping the basics is crucial to mastering swordplay, Miss March. Focus on wielding your sword.
and parries should be fluid and nimble.
See? Even March is getting bored of your rambling.
But I'm actually not bored at all.
Miss March is still a novice, so I'm giving her some tips on the basics to help her better understand them. Neglecting the basics will only make you vulnerable in a fight. Even for an extraordinary sword master like you.
Just focus on your teaching. Why bring me into this?
What? Didn't General Huayan offer you any guidance?
Looks like your general hasn't told you to stop hopping around like a sparrow in a fight.
Miss March has been learning the basics of swordplay.
Unsheath your swords and
According to the schedule, there's a test today, right?
ฮะ
I'm ready.
อาจารย์ทดสอบด้วยตัวเองได้ด้วยเหรอ โอ้ชิบหายวายวอช
Did I really just learn that? I guess I am pretty awesome after all.
โอ้ชิบหายวายวอชชิบหายแล้วครับ
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. Watch this! Yeah! Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. fast, right?
Yeah.
Great! Hey! I couldn't have so if I were to take on that IPC guy...
You already have a martial arts background and...
You wouldn't stand a chance.
Yun Lee's...
No chance? Hey, are you trying to crush my... I'm not that confident, but thank you for...
I thought teaching March was just something of a hobby, but now...
Oh, really? So now you finally acknowledge her talent, Master Yun Lee?
Don't try to cause a rift between us. Every move and technique I taught March is...
15 days of training is short, Miss March. Whether you pass or fail this test, I hope you'll continue with the... After every test, the General would take me to the Artisanship Commission for sword...
Thank you, Master Yun...
อย่าบอกนะว่ามึงไปสู้กันแล้วอะ
So, have you found...
Yeah, that girl is one of the nameless on the Astral Express. Oh, she's no pushover.
Yeah, it is. So what? Have you seen those big shots in this? She thinks she could fool me by flying under the radar? You there! Get me the most powerful
understood.
Now I'm curious to see what this 15-day crash course apprent...
กูเหนื่อยกับแม่งก่อนพละกำลังกับความแข็งแกร่งครับวันนี้ฝึกหนักไปก่อนละกันฝึกหนักไปก่อนเดี๋ยวพรุ่งนี้พาไปอะไรนะพาไป
I learned so much today!
โอเคแล้วก็
Wonder what I'll run into today!
เฮ้ยในอนาคตกูต้องเปิดได้หัวกูต้องให้ได้หัวซอมบี้ด้วยนะเจ้าซอมบี้เอาเป็นเอาตัวเวมาก่อนมันเพิ่มทีละ40ใช่ไหม
How should I go about this? Great!
อะไรคือ
I'll fight 10! What do you recommend? That's enough training for today. I need...
Time for your second test. I'll be your Grandpa always said that everything can be a...
Huh? Is that the flaming potentee from Arumali?
You got it! I saw this immersion where the hero drank the flaming potent tea and started stumbling and shaking all over.
Good example. Do you know how to do the drunken swordplay?
เดี๋ยวจากเมามานี่มึงมาจากไอ้ของกาแล็กเกอร์วะเนี่ยไอ้กาแล็กเกอร์นี่คือมึงเอานี่มาใช้ใช่ไหมเนี่ยเมามาอ่ะ
No.
That's not how it works in real life, Miss.
Absolutely.
I've heard you've traveled a lot, Miss March. I'm excited to see how you...
Your opponent this time is similar to the IPC mechs.
According to the schedule, there's a test today, right? I'm ready. Another new move under my belt. I gotta find time to try it out.
You see?
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs, what's this?
Lower your weapon.
Oh, I get it. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs, what's this? Phew.
Those moves were pretty unconventional. But the way you... So, I thought you were just wasting your time...
Well. Looks like someone...
Thank you both for your guidance. So...
Without a doubt.
Awesome! Hey! No saving allowed. Let's keep it... I won't be modest this time. My skills have improved by leaps.
General Jing Yuan once told me that everyone has the potential to be my master. Not just... Actually, I was once convinced by Gui Naifin into swallowing a sword. That's definitely not something you learn from regular practice.
So, what do you...
Maybe around... Hope for the best and prepare. Yep. You're sharp.
From the test, I can tell that you still need some time to master your...
Yeah!
มึงอีกแล้วเหรอ
The progress report on the nameless girl's sword training is complete.
Huh? Are you being sarcastic?
I mean, don't I have other important tasks to do? It feels like a bit of...
A waste of time? No! This is about safeguarding the reputation of the IPC. Are you saying that March 7th can actually take down an Arumaton from the Artisanship Commission with a sword? Come on, an Arumaton is no go and strengthen our mechs even further. I refuse to believe that little sliver of metal can actually challenge—
But the armor's already pretty thick.
No, it's not enough. Reinforce it more. If I lose face, it's like losing face for the IPC.
Understood.
เบื่อมึงไงเฮียมึงไม่ต้องมาก็ได้นะเอาจริงไอ้เฮียเอาล่าท้าผีพละกำลังก็เอาเว
Did I really just learn that? I guess I am. What do you recommend? Huh? I learned so much today. Wonder what I'll run into today.
แล้วตอนกลางคืนถ้าสมมุติว่าผมไม่ได้ไปเล่นไอ้7 Day to Die ก็อาจจะไปได้ RV นะจ๊ะอะไรแซ่บๆไปหาอะไรแซ่บๆด้วยนะโอ้โหนี่100%
That's enough training for today.
เอาล่าท้าผีดีสุดแล้ว
How should I go about this?
เอาความแข็งแกร่งมาก่อนเพราะว่า
Okay. today.
Ooh. ทำอะไรดีแบบนี้
That's enough training for today.
Before we start the test, he's made thorough preparation. However, according to...
Declining would be like
But before that, you need to...
I'm surprised.
Well, it's not really graduation. It's just that the opponent...
When General Jing Yuan was teaching me swordplay, he used...
After all, the master should be the one who is...
But...
How will we ever find out if you don't even...
Unsheath your swords and get ready.
The final test. I'm a little nervous. Oh, come on, March 7th. You got this!
เผื่อว่องไวกับระดับสูงแล้วชินนะว่องไวกับสัมผัสนี่กูต้องอย่างนี้แล้วนะเป้าหมายเป็นอย่างนี้ดีกว่า
Sword, heed me!
Awesome! Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, what's this?
You're all in on it!
วันปีนั่นก็ไอ้ที่ด่าเล่นอย่าง
Out of moves!
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, what's this? Oh, I get it!
I failed!
นั่นแหละสวัสดีค่ะ
Not bad! You've made it this far, Miss March.
Oh! Ha! I told you!
With your swordblade skills?
Yeah.
But looking back...
Yeah! I've not only learned swordplay from that...
Those experiences will nourish your sword skills. It's just like Master Yunli said. Everything can be a sword. And there are endless possibilities for learning swordplay in the
That actually Now, I'd love to hear your suggestions on how to... Yeah, I'll show Scott the power of the...
I remember Yan Qing once said, there are many ways to defeat villains. Do you feel any closer to becoming the great hero you...
Yes, absolutely!
โอเคนะแต่ก่อนหน้านั้นน่ะไอ้ตรงเนี้ยไม่ดีไปกันทุกคนไปมันละอ๋อคือมึงจะให้กูไปนี่ก่อนใช่ไหมงั้นก็ไปตรงนี้เลยอันนี้ได้เรียบร้อยแล้วเพราะว่ากูต้อง
Well,
I'm not hiding or backing, but I'm curious. Why pick our...
Why Alroom Alley? Well, your buddy knows the answer to that. I can't deny it. That fateful day. That's why I chose this. They'll be like, what? That Scott is back again? They'll see that Scott, who was once she, they'll see that it won't be me squealing like a pit.
Yeah, if that's all a villain do...
Shut up! Look, I have my principles. I refuse to spend my life haunted by what happened in Alroom Alley. Do you think I've been patient for so long, just waiting for the right moment? I don't care about proving my greatness. It's about showing...
Instead of resorting to such despicable...
I've been keeping an eye on you. Enough with the talk! Let's...
Huh. Once you bite the... Not very sportsmanlike. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs. What's this? Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs. What's this? Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards! What's this?
Ah! You pathetic losers! How did you all lose to that rookie?
สุดท้ายมึงก็เหมือนเดิมไอ้ควาย
Hey! Stop blaming others! Didn't you lose to me too?
So, does that mean I have to... No way! This can't be...
Scrap metal, huh? The key to victory is never the weapon. It's the person wielding it! Right. I bet you're quite familiar.
Enough! Fine. I've done this before. I want to apologize to the owner of the Sleepless Earl. It's my fault for causing trouble and making a scene on purpose.
Hey, remember what you said? What about squealing like a pig?
Make him squeal!
Hold on a sec. I want to get this on video.
It's happening all over again. All right! But before I squeal like a pig, there's something else on IPC next are a total joke. Oink! Oink, oink! Oink! Oink, oink!
มองเลยเหี้ยมองเลยเหี้ยปากกะกูเครียดเครียดฟังแล้วกูเครียดเครียด
I kinda want a milk tea. Let's go get one after training.
กดจะไปนะ
Finally! Some recognition for training my butt off.
ชึบมากดดูหน่อยสิว่ากูจะได้ดีเปล่าแป๊บนึงนะ1,200ครับเนี่ยทุกคนผมขออนุญาตต้องได้1,400ขอแลกสักอันหนึ่งแล้วกันนะโอ้โห80ใช้แค่อันเดียวแล้วก็ไป
Someone stopped me on the road earlier.
ไปฝึก
They said I was
วิ
a
ชากัน
one.
ดีกว่าพวกเราไปฝึก มาอ่ะการสอบครั้งที่ 1รอบนี้
Another new move under my belt. I gotta find time to try it out.
ยังไม่รู้เลยว่าที่นี่ยังไงเพราะงั้นก็ตั้งเป้าเป็นของมันเพื่อแค่ตะเวนสินะ
Let's do this. I learned so much today. Wonder what I'll run into today.
Krok.
Jeez, I'm exhausted. I think today should be a rest day. I'll fight 10! How should I go about this? Huh? I learned so much today! Wonder what I'll run into today! recommend. That's enough training for today.
Today, you'll face your first
Oh, I know!
That's Bach.
Grasping the basics is crucial.
And parries should be...
See? Even March is...
but I'm actually...
Miss March is still...
Just focus on your teaching.
ทำได้ว่าเกินหลายรอบแล้วเนี่ย
According to the schedule,
Dai,
there's a
but
test today,
เลย
right? I'm ready. Another new move under my belt. I gotta find time to try it out. สดางเลยครูสดางเลยเฮียครูสดางเลยเฮียพละกำลังกูไม่ถึง Not very sportsmanlike. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs. What's this? Oh, I get it. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs. What's this?
Right.
Looks like I passed the test, right?
Yeah.
อันนี้กูจำได้มันเหมือนเดิมไปฝึกกำลังเดิมเลยทีนี้ก็ได้เวลาให้หล่น
Wonder what I'll run into today.
หัวชาก็มาด้วยเหรอหัวชาลองรายงานดูบอกเลยว่าเอ็นเกมเป็นไง เข้าฝันง่ายอะไรขนาดนั้น
Another step closer to star-crazing glass greatsword. I'll fight 10. How should I go about this? That's enough training for today. Did I really just learn that? I guess I am pretty awesome after all. Let's do this! What do you recommend? Ay, ay, ay. I learned so much today.
Time for your second test.
According to the schedule, there's a test today, right? I'm ready. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, what's this?
Lower your weapon.
Now what's this?
Treason.
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, what's this?
Cleansing Master.
Oh, I get it! Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, what's this?
Lower your weapon. Criminal.
Now what's this? Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, what's this? Phew. Another new move under my belt. I got gotta find time to try it out. Let's do this! Wonder what I'll run into today! Did I really just learn that? I guess I am pretty awesome after all.
Wait.
I'll fight 10! How should I go about this? Okie dokie. Another step closer to star-crazing glass greatsword. I'll fight 10! What do you recommend? What the?
Before we start, he's made thorough preparations.
The final test. I'm a little nervous. Oh, come on, March 7th. You got this.
เฮีย ความแข็งแกร่งยังไม่ถึงอีกเหรอ
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs, Wasp, dead!
Sword, heed me!
Oh, I get it! Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs, Wasp, dead!
You're all in on it!
Not very sportsmanlike. Yeah! Awesome! Now watch this!
Punish evil!
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs, Wasp, dead! Yeah!
I failed! Not bad. You've made it this far.
Now, I'd love to... Let's do it!
I remember Yan Qing once said, do you feel any closer to becoming the great...
Ah, yes, absolutely! I'm going up against Scott soon.
Yeah, with you, me, and him here, the answer is pretty obvious. But I know nothing about swordplay or duels.
Wait a minute. I've been playing with you a lot lately, right? Yeah? You don't really think I'm dumb, do you? Well, here's the thing. Even if Scott...
Nah, it's more he's just honoring a bet. Whether it's...
Exactly! He just wants to show off, which is...
You're right, even though I'm...
Why don't you fill her in on...
If being a workaholic were a disease, Scott would be in the ICU. It's okay to enjoy your work, but causing trouble in society? I don't have suggestions, only an opinion. And that is, he's a hopeless workaholic. Come on, March, let's...
Huh?
Ọtเลยพี่แก้ว ก็คือมึงไม่ไปไหนเลยอยู่แต่ตรงนี้สินะ
Well, if it isn't our hero, Mark...
Before you start the fight, I have a...
Huh? Who do you think you are? Is it like a Xianzhou thing to just show up uninvited?
It's okay if you don't know who I am. Yep, you're welcome to check out my credentials.
What's so special about being a diviner from the Divination Commission? I'm a specialist at the Interastral Peace Corporation. Tell me.
You may not be young, but your mindset is still that of a fresh-faced newbie who spends all their time on work.
You...
In my opinion, you enjoy playing the role of a joker, spouting off outrageous opinions just to seem objective and indifferent whenever you feel like it.
Enough! Shut up! What do you know about me? Don't act like you know everything.
Wow. You really got under Scott's skin with just a few words.
Well, you almost got me. I'm here to have a duel, not to...
I better not mess with the Divination Commission anymore. That's the spirit.
โอ้โหเหี้ยกูเกลียดอันนี้ว่ะไอ้สัสเป็นสิ่งที่กูแบบโคตรเกลียดเลยจริงๆเนี้ย
Let me ask you something. Do you consider the IPC to be your family?
Of course I do! I have so many amazing colleagues there.
Ask your underlings if they honestly feel like the IPC is their family. You consider them your family, but do they feel the same way?
Mr. Scott bosses me around as if he owns me.
I own you, and that's what makes us a family, right?
See, Scott? Looks like your bros have different ideas.
I heard even the lowest ranking Pierpoint folks feel proud of the IPC's success and wealth. But when you really think about it, how much does the IPC's success and wealth have to do with you?
Of course it has something to do with me.
Then tell me, which of the IPC's achievements can you...
I was involved in the Alroom Alley investment project. And right now, I'm in charge of these transport ships.
You claim to be in charge of IPC's transport ships, but are...
Of course they are! We're transporting the top-of-the-line tech from the Intelligentsia Guild. And each can...
Hey, that's not the right thing to say. Oh, you managed...
Do you find it hard to fall asleep without scrolling through your phone?
Enough! Stop it!
When you actually think about your life outside of work...
Overtime!
Please, just stop it! Please!
You know, based on my work philosophy, I don't want to say...
But I don't have a life of my own.
Scott, have you ever thought about slowing down and exploring things like tea and tea culture?
But I'm not interested in...
It's important to learn to enjoy the simple pleasures in life.
นี่อย่าเกือบแห้งไอ้สัส
You consider yourself superior to others. You have no time for your own life. You lack empathy.
That's so mean!
Of course I do. Because I'm just an ordinary person too. Mungming, the owner of the Sleepless Earl, went to great efforts to set up her shop. Also, what makes you so different from her? How would you feel if you worked so hard to create something, only to have your boss wreck it and overwhelm you with unreasonable demands?
We were intending to defeat you in a duel and make you apologize to her. But...
I see. Enough. I understand. We don't need to carry on with this sword fight. Thank you, guys. I almost went starting tomorrow. I'm going to be happy. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to apologize. Catch you later.
I'm so tired.
Of course. Thank...
เฮ้ยมึงก็อยากจะจ้องไอ้นี่ต่อไป
Master Yenqing, Master Yunli, You're teaching rocks! Shame my body can't keep up with my brain.
อันนี้มันดูเยอะจังวะก่อนหน้านั้นนะไปตุ่มอีกครั้งหนึ่งไปเลยเอ้ยสีทองนาทีโอ้เหี้ยในที่สุดก็สีทอง3 4 5 6 7โอ้ไอ้กูได้วัวแล้วไม่หลุดเลทขอบคุณพระเจ้าไม่หลุดเลทขอบคุณอุ้ยได้หนังสือนี่มาด้วยของใครวะเนี่ยไออาเชลอสปะเยี่ยมเลยเย้คุ้มแล้วคุ้มแล้วโอเคต่อไปกูรอปาร์เกิลเลยในที่สุดกูก็มีตัวละครสายซับสักทีทีนี้กูจะเอามาใส่อะไรอ่ะใช้เจ้านี่ไปก่อนแล้วกันใส่ไปก่อนหัวลูกในที่สุดกูก็ได้หัวแล้วฮ่าได้หัวมาแล้วในที่สุดกว่าจะได้อีเหี้ยน่าชิบหายนี่คืออะไรมันไม่มีสีนี่เลยเหรอเดี๋ยวนะที่กูต้องการมาคืนไม่ใช่เหรอโคตรชิบหายแล้วก็วันนี้ดิไม่นะอันนี้กูไม่มีอย่างนั้นเหรอใส่ไปก่อนแล้วกันอันนี้โอ้โหอันนี้คือกูไปใส่พวกตัวนี้หมดเลยเหรอเนี่ยขอโทษนะนาตาชาแต่กูว่ากูต้องใส่นี้มาแทนเราแล้วล่ะแล้วลูกแก้วอะลูกแก้วอันนี้กูต้องใช้นี่กูต้องใช้นี่ใช้ไม่มีเลยตัวไอ้แฟนโปรมไม่ต้องนี่หรอกมีอยู่แล้วบอกเลยว่าคุ้ม
Start with the good stuff.
คุ้มแล้ว
Compliments make me better, so remember to say lots of nice things.
ว่ายีบัวนี้มันต้องขั้นสามกูจะดูว่าอันเนี้ยมันใช่อย่างที่กูคิดไหมเนี่ยถ้าสถานะความจริงมันไม่ค่อยจำเป็นเท่าไหร่ อู้อะไรวะนะอ๋อแม่ไปซื้อมาล่ะคืออันเนี้ยถามว่าอยากได้ไหมก็อยากได้นะแต่กูมองว่าการต้านสถานะเพิ่มขึ้นสำหรับไฟฟ้าแล้วไม่ค่อยเท่าไหร่
earlier. They said I was a 1-in-a-million super talented martial arts genius.
ดังนั้นนะก็จะไปฝึกให้กับมาร์ชเซเว่นอ๋อมาในนี่อยู่เว้ยว่า
Ever since March started learning swordplay from Yet, I wonder how well she's progressed.ขอบไปเลยจ้า
There you are. I was looking around before you got here. I already looked at it. Forget it. Actually, she's been quite diligent in her swordplay practice and hasn't taken many breaks. Besides, I used to skip classes even more than her back when I was still learning. So, I can understand where she's coming. Don't make excuses for her. Since you're here, let me treat you to some tasty food. I'm more interested in you today. Let's walk and talk. Lingsha told me there's tasty food in Arum Alley. Let's go there.
Dumplings and steamed buns. The buns are huge.
A table for two, please.
All right, come on in.
Well,
the entire
do you... Oh, don't worry. There are two.
Well, then I'll start making a few dishes.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Grandpa said to never be stingy when it comes to making friends. So? Then eat to your heart's... No, I've thought about it. Well, to be more precise, I'm interested in your sword. Yanqing mentioned you before. He said that you're not to be underestimated, and that your weapon has a... So, I've always been curious about your sword. How the wing... Seriously? A bat? Yeah, now more than ever. So, it really is a baseball bat. Grandpa said that a sword doesn't have to be constrained by its shape. So, in a sense, your bat is a sword too. He also said... Let me guess. You're someone who doesn't follow the rules. Oh, really? But I've come across so many sword wielders who acted all righteous and moral, but were really just liars. Their swords always told the truth, though. They told me that their wielders were just a bunch of frauds who relied on their divine weapon. I've hunted down hundreds of swords like this so far. And every... Yes, but only for those who cross the line. Just looking at a sword is not enough. Grandpa always says, words and expressions can be deceiving.
Miss Yun Li, for talented sword masters like you, the war dance is a perfect opportunity. But for people like him, who have already made significant contributions to the Xianzhou, it has been a while, Mr. Nameless.
And you?
Thank you for your introduction, Mr. Nameless. I'm Shi Kuei, and I work in the Palace of Astrum as the secretary for the Helmmaster. I apologize for interrupting your conversation. I happened... Yes, with the war dance approaching, many guests from afar are pouring in. Mr. Pavo here is one of them. He's from the distant Mr. Pavo's planet, recently joined the Pan-Cosmic Trade System.
Miss Shikwe, the word gift is perhaps more fitting than return. While it did once belong...
I apologize for my poor choice of words. Mr. Pavo's delegation, Huayan, plans to personally thank them at the Palace of Astrum, since you two were talking so enthusiastically about the war.
Nice to meet you both. Once the formalities at the Palace of Astrum are finished... the sort of... Wonderful. It's an honor...
Let's head to the Palace of Astrum. I know, right? Grandpa always asks, but now that we're invited...
It's still early. Where to now? Ta! Ha! Ta!
จะไปนี่นะกูว่ากูไปหาอันที่มันมีนี่หน่อยดีกว่าไอ้พวกอย่างเงี้ยไม่ใช่ละกูจะหาสีม่วงมาใช้ก่อนเพราะตอนนี้สีม่วงกูหมดเกลี้ยงเลยหาก่อนสีม่วงอยู่ไหนมี2 อันแล้วค่อยชื่นใจหน่อย
It's still early. Where to now?
เราไปนี่กันดีกว่า
There you are. Come on, let's go to the ceremony.
ตอนแรกนึกว่ากูจะไม่ได้แต่แล้วหัวอะเดี๋ยวนะผู้หนุ่มคนนี้อาเจติมาจากไหนเนี่ย
Please allow me to offer a sincere compliment to my fair lady. Well, if it isn't my dear friend, Glad to meet you again.
Who is
I am Argenti, a member of the Knights of Beauty. I was invited as a part of the Kalevala delegation to escort the legendary Mieka Kivesa back. May I have the honor of no...
my name is Yun Li.
What a beautiful name. I wonder if you have ever...
Oh, you're here, Yun Li. Didn't expect you to be so well informed. Well, now that you're here, don't forget your manners.
Manners. Come on. You won't find another granddaughter as polite and well-behaved as...
Well, sorry for keeping you waiting, Mr. Pavo. Now...
Before the ceremony officially commences, I want to express my gratitude to the Knight Argenti. Thank you for enlightening us about the sword's origin, and for escorting it here safely so that we may complete this ceremony. On behalf of the Kalevalan delegation, I, Pavel Kalistaya, am here to return the legendary Mieka Kivesa.
I'm truly grateful for Kalevala's noble act of returning the sword, and for the Knight of Beauty's chivalry. Now, as we gather here on the Xianzhou Lawfu, I Mieka Kivesa. It's a fitting name for a sword with such a legendary past. I still remember the name engraved on this sword the day it was forged. Guyin. It was forged by Han Guang, a craftsman from the Zhu Ming's Pyro Jaya Forge.
Wait. Han Guang?
Although its blade is worn and cracked, its essence remains as resilient as the Xianzhou Cloud Knights. All it needs is some repairs and polishing by the skilled craftsmen of the Artisanship Commission to regain its former glory. I've decided to entrust this sword, Guyin, to the Lawfu Artisanship Commission for restoration. Furthermore, it will serve as the prize for the champion of the Lawfu War Dance. This sword will be wielded against abominations to protect...
Thank you, General. It is an honor for Kalevala.
Now, esteemed Knight and delegation members, please head to the Artisanship Commission, where...
No! This sword was forged by Han Guang.
Yun Li! These esteemed guests have brought back your father's last work. Where are your manners?
Oh, I didn't realize this sword was actually forged by your father. Returning it to its rightful owner is,
Grandpa, give me that cursed sword right now! I'll melt away the remnants of that man's curse once and for all!
Don't be rude, Yun Li. Apologize to our esteemed guests from afar.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for making a scene. But I have to melt down this cursed sword. I won't let it fall into anyone else's hands.
Yun Li, please. This is exactly why I didn't want Yun Li to know about this. I didn't want to create trouble, but... Could you, please, keep an eye on you? Don't worry about it. I need your help on this. I apologize for the unfortunate...
Unless I'm mistaken, Yun Li should be around here somewhere.
Nothing in this report makes sense.
Did Grandpa send you to look for me? I bet he did. Really? Just so you know, I'm here just waiting for the perfect moment to snatch that sword. Grandpa sent you here. Have you heard of cursed swords? You've clearly heard a lot of folk tales. But a cursed sword lets anyone, even a complete novice, wield it with insane skill. Just by holding the hilt, even the weakest rookie. I'm not joking around. And I'm not making up some crazy story. While a cursed sword grants instant abilities to its wielder, it comes at a cost. It's like continuously adding fuel to the forge. With each swing, the sword drains the wielder's blood and essence. Soon enough, it will no longer be a person wielding a sword. Oh, so you're familiar with Heliobi? That makes... There was a lunatic swordsmith who infused metal blades with Heliobi, as he was obsessed with turning weapons into living things. And this is how cursed swords were made. I know, I shouldn't have caused a scene at the sword gifting ceremony. But I've thought this through. By the way, aren't they supposed to be taking the sword to the Artisanship Commission for repairs? Why haven't they come out yet? Looks like they're not going to show up here. It doesn't matter why Grandpa chose that sword. I'll track down every single sword he forged. I have to go now.
Is she planning to sneak into the Artisanship Commission and steal that sword? The Artisanship Commission is so big. Where could she be?
Just a while ago, a girl came up to me, all fierce and demanding directions.
No idea who she is. If she really works here, how can she not know?
Yeah, she wasn't big at all.
She was in a hurry, heading...
She said something like, I'm a member of the Artisanship Commission. Where do you keep your precious stuff?
Wait, why did you give her directions?
Where else? Like I said, she was headed straight...
Yeah, that place is filled with masters. What are you doing here? Look. Fine. Let's... Oh? Eternal.
The mood is set just right.
Let the show begin!
Like until everything burns to ashes!
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Set the seas aflame!
Let's improvise.
Time to mix things up!
Great teamwork.
This is more than a battle. Fight to live!
There's more to life. Existence is unity.
That was the last. This place is heavily guarded. Seems like not even those craftsmen know where the arsenal is. No. It's not. Grandpa made a promise to the delegation, but leaving that cursed sword here will also make... You probably think I'm being impulsive, and I'm... No, really. Do I come across that way? Well, I guess I can't deny it. Seems like you've met a lot of people who don't tell you the whole... Look. I owe you an explanation. But this isn't the best place to... I already told you about Guyan. The sword that was returned during the ceremony. It's a cursed sword, with a heliobus inside. I rarely mention his name to anyone other than Grandpa. Maybe, like you said, for some reason, I feel like, honestly, I don't remember much about him. All I know is that the Pyrogyre Forge used to be a bustling place, but I didn't catch all the details. But I do remember seeing him forge those amazing swords, while the visitors watched with smile. The swords crafted by the Pyrogyre Forge are famed across the stars. They possess exception, but then he became obsessed with becoming a famed swordsmith and started crossing all sorts of lines. However, the palace was overrun with visitors from afar. Some left empty-handed, others got swords that didn't fulfill their desires, and some even resorted to stealing. It was so sudden and unexpected. Everything went silent for a moment. I was frozen in place, unable to move. It was only when my mother pushed me away from the deadly swing of the cursed sword. I don't remember much after that, except for the pounding of my heart and the sound of my own gasps of breath. I could hear the smiths in the Pyrogyre Forge shouting, "Run!" My tears wouldn't stop. And I couldn't see anything. I kept gasping for air until I collapsed in a pool of blood. If General Huayan hadn't arrived in time... After that, General Huayan took me in and treated me like his own granddaughter. To me, he is 100 times better than Hangguang paid for his sins, but his troubled legacy must not go unchecked. According to the records, he forged a total of 1,382 heliobus cursed swords. When I joined the Pyrogyre Forge for training, I made a vow to hunt down all those cursed swords. Like all the other cursed swords, I'll separate it from the heliobus. Then, I've said my piece now. Those travelers who came seeking Hangguang's swords, most of those so-called great heroes, were heartless killers. Many of the cursed swords I've destroyed had honorable and grand names, too. Somehow, after talking to you, I feel like I've cooled off a bit. Well, I'll have an honest conversation with Grandpa tomorrow. And... yeah. Anyway, thank you.
I should go back to the Palace of Astrum and tell General Huayan what happened at the Artisanship Commission.
My granddaughter didn't cause any Sorry for all this trouble. Yun Li told you quite a... Han Guang was my beloved disciple. However, talent can sometimes be a curse. He had an unusual fervor for forging, and he dreamed of forging a sword with self-awareness. According to him, while weapons of mass destruction like Zhu-Ming flames and alchemical arrows can destroy many enemies, true victory lies with soldiers. Usually, Xianzhou swordsmiths infuse a basic level of awareness into their swords to make them easier to wield. By infusing Heliobi into swords, he managed to forge weapons that could grant their wielders strength. After countless battles, all the anger, fear, and bloodlust are soaked up by the Heliobi within the swords. The soldiers wielding them not only gain strength, but they also become consumed by the malice, turning them into puppets possessed by the swords. No matter how noble Han Guan's intentions were, those weapons, later, Outworlders got wind of what he was doing and encouraged him to keep forging cursed swords. They came up with all sorts, and you know what happened next. That massacre took her parents' lives, and the lives of many craftsmen in the Pyrogyre Forge. Yes. I don't want her to spend her whole life trapped under her father's shadow. Despite her vow to hunt down and wipe out all cursed swords, fulfilling that vow requires immense effort. And to reclaim those swords, she has to duel the bloodthirsty wielders, teetering on the edge of life and death. I took her in to give her a chance at a normal childhood. Not to send her on a sword-hunting journey, even if she manages to melt down all the cursed swords one day. Hu Yin is indeed one of the cursed swords forged by Han Guang. Very few swordsmiths could use Heliobi as forging material, and Han Guang was one of them. I thought this sword could be an opportunity. I wanted to tell her that her father wasn't all evil, that even the man she resents so much managed to forge a true sword of heroes.
What? What? ไม่พูดหรอกน่าเบื่อ
I also wanted to find a chance to tell her about the history and origin of this sword. I've instructed the Artisanship Commission to keep the sword safe in the arsenal. Since my granddaughter mentioned talking to me tomorrow, I'll be waiting for her.
Time to go back and find that class-skipping March 7th.
All right, everyone is here.
Yoon Lee, I'm sure.
Yeah? But I did...
Unfortunately, Official Dahoud, if we don't recover the sword, we will be breaking our promise to the Lawfu and betray...
Yes. It's my duty to thoroughly investigate the case. Even though Yoon Lee is firm in...
After everything.
In this case of Gu Yun's theft, everyone involved seems suspicious. First, during the sword gifting ceremony, Yoon Lee openly expressed her intention to steal the sword. The Realm Keeping Commission inspected the arsenal where Gu Yun was stored, and there were no signs of forced entry.
If March 7th were here, she'd probably...
The box containing Gu Yun was opened, and the sword went missing. But none of the other swords...
Well, I do know about the box.
Exactly. The suspect had a clear motive and took only Gu Yun. So, besides the ceremony participants, only... In that case, why would they return? That makes sense. The delegation, led by the Knight of Beauty, delivered the sword to the Artisanship Commission. The craftsmen who received it testified that they didn't take anything from the arsenal. Argenti? Oh, that you might not know, but he's the one who recognized the sword's origin on Kalevala and escorted it back to the Xianzhou. So, he wouldn't have gone... Master Gongshu checked the work records, and I questioned all the craftsmen and apprentices who were... So...
I can prove that he came to me after leaving the Artisanship Commission.
Put it simply, not everyone who's seen the sword has been to the Artisanship Commission. So...
I didn't.
Well, when you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however... If you want to prove me wrong...
Let me gather my thoughts. I need to help Yunli clear her name. So, the thief took the sword from... Why is this flower petal in...
If you've found any clue... All right.
Who could have thought that the Mieka Kivesa would be stolen? And that the prime sus... Regardless, we've accomplished our mission. And now it's... That's enough, young man. Now let me get something straight. The first master of the Mieka Kivesa slew count. The monarchs would heed the guidance of the hero spirits within the... What is, Helio? The point is that the Mieka Kivesa did...
I don't want to make things difficult for official Dahao. Let's do this his way, and prove my innocence. If I can find that cursed sword, I can... There's something else bothering me. Why would the... Yeah.
Yes, I received your message yesterday, but when I went back this morning, all that was left was the case. I don't know anything else. However, as the Master Artisan of the Artisanship Commission, I've got to... Wait, no. I just remembered. My precious...
Yunli says she didn't steal the sword, but I know well that Yunli can be impulsive. So if she did steal the sword on a... You were with Yunli yesterday, young man. No, she was still mad at me, so she didn't. After the ceremony, Argenti carried the sword case, and together with the delegation, they were escorted by the Cloud Knights to the art. I'm counting on you then.
If you've found any clue...
Thank you. But...
100% sure. Throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship Commission.
Your statement isn't quite accurate.
True. But they all left after delivering the sword. We looked into it as well. Before Guyun was handed over, the side crane at the entrance...
Why would I dare leave through the main entrance after...
Throughout the entire incident, There was only one suspect who broke. Miss Yunli caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission, trying to take away Guyun.
What Dahao said seems right. Exactly. So at least Yunli didn't steal the sword at that time.
If your testimony is reliable. I'm not in. Miss Yunli caused a ruckus at the. After bidding farewell to you, Yunli pretended to leave, but snuck into the arsenal alone and stole.
After Yunli and I went our separate ways, I messaged Master Gongshu, and much later, Master Gongshu told me the sword was confirmed safe. So up until that point, can I prove this?
After bidding farewell to you, Yunli pretended to leave. Wait, you messaged Master Gongshu? I had no idea. Well, that's some solid proof right there. However, it only proves...
I didn't!
After bidding farewell to you, Yunli pretended to leave, but snuck into the arsenal alone and stole Guyun. We haven't found any other suspects or evidence.
Looks like you're missing some crucial...
There are no signs of the arsenal being broken into, so...
No. The fact that there are no signs of a break... Which piece of evidence should I use?
We haven't found any other suspects or evidence.
I found this in the crevice at the bottom of the case.
A rose petal? Huh. I must have missed it.
I don't know. But I do know that wherever that Knight of Beauty goes, he always leaves behind a trail of rose petals that's almost impossible.
My thoughts are a mess. The sword case was never locked, which is evidence that only someone who delivered the sword could have done that. And the rose petal was probably left behind by that Knight of Beauty. But how did he manage to take the sword from the Artisanship Commission? Why?
I know. Guyun flew out of the case on its own. The Knight of Beauty only unlocked the box to aid its escape.
Don't be ridiculous. How can a...
You've never seen a flying sword before?
I've only heard about the Mieka Kifesa being able to fly in legends.
Like I said, the sword contains a heliobus. Argenti must have been under the control of the sword.
Official Dahao, where can we find that...
Let me see.
Let's go. We've got to find Argenti before that sword completely...
It's still early. Where to now?
Success and failure.
And they
Can't change it no matter how hard you try.
I've been waiting for you here for quite a while.
Knight of Beauty. You're the one who stole Guyun, right? And it...
Dangerous? In my humble opinion, the real danger... Please allow me to correct your statement. I never attempted to steal this weapon.
What? What do you mean?
I agreed to assist Master Guyun in its escape from the Xianzhou. As the person who pulled it from the stone monument, captivated by its beauty, I couldn't stay in the arsenal to convince the craftsmen, nor did I want to take the sword like a thief. That's why I left behind us.
Whatever your reasons are, you're planning to take the cursed sword away from the Xianzhou.
Back then, it was the beauty of Master Guyun that impressed me. So I willingly embarked on the journey to return the sword.
Oh no. He's completely captivated by the power of that cursed sword. That's what makes cursed swords so...
Captivated? No, I am... To be honest, I'm confused why none of you can understand this sword. This is...
That cursed sword has messed with your ability to think. But I'll break you free from its grip.
Fair lady, if you're intent on taking away this person, as a representative of this duel, I swear on the spirit of chivalry, in front of Adrilla the Beauty, that if I win, you will allow Master Guyun to leave the Xianzhou with... Do you accept my challenge?
Fine. Let's see whose desire. Show me what you've got. You're not going to use Guyun to fight for victory?
Well, I know a thing or two about swordplay. In a proper duel like this, a knight should rely on the skills he's honed day and night.
You're a real weirdo.
Let the show begin!
Firefly set to the sea, so please!
Fly psychic, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Did the rhythm get messed up?
Let's improvise.
Let the duel commence.
This is more than a battle. Fight to live!
Rise to the challenge. Confess!
I'll catch you.
Put forth all your might.
Feel the same.
In the mood for another beating?
Set to the sea, so please!
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
The mood is set.
Let the show begin!
Dreams do come true.
Rise to the challenge.
Eternal.
Fight to live!
But before I do that, I hope that you...
This sword has been cursed since the day it was forged. Place it in front of me.
Do what she says, Knight.
But...
You've done so much for me already. I'm weary of fighting. I just want to share my past with you. To explain why. After that, I'll leave my destiny in your hands.
Afraid? Well, you do have a different...
Well, you know best that a single touch won't snatch away anyone's sanity.
Fine.
It's already impossible to contact the main Cloud Knight forces. What awaits me will be a long and lonely war.
Follow me.
เดี๋ยวนะที่นี่มัน
It's so cold here. I didn't feel it when I was in the thick of battle. You're indeed a masterpiece from the Xianzhou Juming.
Quiet and stay alert.
Hey, just relax a bit. It's been over 300 days since we were both... The people on this planet still use beasts to...
The rest of the Xianzhou native's life could be terribly long. Are you feeling any...
Yeah.
When things get too rough for you to handle, just leave everything...
Yeah, sure. But now is...
Do you really think you can oppose an entire Borisan army with your limit?
It's true that I'm stranded here. But by the way, Guyan, do you know what a seed is? A seed may seem insignificant. You said that the rest of a Xianzhou native's life could be terribly long. You're right. That's why I intend to plant. I can already see the seed in the eye.
You really think you can do it? Why not just give me control?
What?
It was a memory of me and a Cloud Knight. We crash-landed on a planet occupied by Borisan. Just...
I can feel that it...
I'm alive. But all the...
They died. They died for you. I tasted their despair before death.
We can't stay here.
Why? What's the point? You and your sorry excuse for an army have been fighting for over 3 decades, and you haven't won a single... This world is hopeless. It's completely infested. You've seen their numbers, and you know their methods. And those commoners you beheaded, one of the Beastmasters for their sake. But they turned on you because they were scared of the Borisan taking...
I do. But I also remember that if it weren't for a brave youngster who risked his neck, I remember everything the people did for me. They left the rest of the Xianzhou native's life is still terrible.
You said it was a lonely walk. No. It was so much despair.
I'm leaving.
Where are you going?
I'm returning to my homeland.
But what should we do with you gone?
They won't, my child. You've wiped out the last of them. But before I go, I need you to do one thing for me. Soon, a demon will appear, donning golden branches and knowing only I'm entrusting you with this sword that's been with me in countless battles. Use the skills I've taught you, but that's not all. I need you to construct a stone monument for me. It must be large and sturdy enough to seal the remains of that...
You lied to them.
Oh?
You promised that you'd give your...
Well, this Xianzhou native's life is... How about one last chance for revenge? Come and bid me farewell.
He had long since come to some understanding. It wasn't bloodlust. Or...
They've learned how to fight monsters. But they left me there without ever looking back.
Thank you, my old friend. Heliobi can taste heat. How do my emotions take?
A hint of bitter compassion. No. Even though you can't hear me anymore, my old friend.
So, this is the past of the Kalevalan people?
No, I did not. Countless monarchs of Kalevala saw me as a symbol of kingship endowed. I grew tired of their wicked intentions. So I returned to the stone monument where my master...
But you allowed Argenti to take you...
Because even after all this time,
Intercepting sword technique.
During the sword gifting ceremony, I felt anguish when I learned my master had engraved his deepest desire into my blade as a weapon. My purpose was predetermined from the start. I had to be, but once I fulfilled my mission, would I have the right to choose my own destiny like he did? So, I asked the Knight of Beauty to help me break free from this never-ending cycle of bloodshed.
These thousands of years have naturally... I think I understand the beauty. The night...
I don't want to be a sword that brings death. My war ended long ago. The years spent as a tombstone were my finest.
I've told you everything about my experience with Master Guyan on Kalevala. And now, I'm...
Even though I had heard the legends of this sword from the delegation, delving into its memories was still fascinating.
It wasn't until I held Guyan in my hands that I always thought a cursed sword infused with a heliobus would only... My position was too extreme. Guyan is... I'm sorry.
Now that we've proven Miss Yunli's innocence and found the sword, should we now return it to the arsenal?
No. I'm still going to melt down this sword. I've heard your true desires, Guyan. I can sense that you're tired of being a sword. Constantly serving new masters and fighting battles you no longer want.
But being a sword is my destiny. I'm doomed to serve some master and fight battles endlessly. Can the wind choose to stop blowing?
That's not true, Guyan. That nameless swordmaster shaped his own...
I just can't picture my destiny.
Do you remember when you stood alone in front of the swordmaster's stone monument? People admired you because you carried the memories of...
Later, as I became worn and weathered, the gentle wind would pass through the hollows of my body, creating melodic tones that echoed.
Can a creation become what it wants to be? The answer is yes.
Something.
But this is the price for the war dance. If the Kalevalan delegation finds out...
Well, my granddaughter has always been stubborn.
What do you all think?
Fulfilling Master Guyan's wishes is the reason I came to the Xianzhou. With the Driller's blessing, you can...
Then, I'll leave.
It's been an honor getting to know you like this.
The honor is mine. Thank you, Yunli.
While a long face, my child, you were completely determined when melting down the sword.
Grandpa, I melted down the prize for the war dance.
Oh? Am I hearing right? This little girl is worried about her.
If only I'd talked to you from the beginning, Grandpa. But at least Guyan got what it wanted.
When it comes home, are you planning to continue, Mel?
Yeah. Guyan is unique. But... maybe...
Be more patient. Well said.
Understood.
Well, ever since you showed up at the ceremony, I had a hunch. So I prepared another sword. By the way, the ambassador from Kalevala and that knight went to Aurum Alley.
Oh, General Huayan. What brings you here?
Well, my granddaughter was inspired by the heroic legends told by the Mieka Kivesa.
I come from a long line of Kalavalan monument keepers. For generations, my family has guarded the stone monument left behind by the nameless hero. Over the centuries, a golden tree sprouted from under the monument, and its branches have... Before leaving Kalevala, I took a branch from that...
That sounds good. We Xianzhou people don't make coffins or set up memorials. So...
The hero had asked our ancestors to carve some... Well, the inscription is...
I have drifted far from my homeland, and should you feel compassion for me, kind traveler? Mr. Pavo.
I apologize. But the hero's epic battles happened long ago, and he did not leave any name for us to call him.
Welcome home, Cloud Knight.
Now, you can also rest here, Guyan.
เสร็จสักทีอันนี้น่าจะเป็นเควสที่นานที่สุดแต่กูทำของเควสนี่หมดแล้วมั้งเนี่ยไหนดูสิโอ้โอ้โห600เลยแน่ฮะทำไอ้นี่เรียบร้อยแล้วแน่นอนครับว่าหลังจากนี้จะทำอะไรต่อก็ต้องไม่มีอะไรมากนะแต่
It's still early. Where to now?
เนี่ยมีวางที่ E6 แน่เลยเนี่ยตอนนี้ผมได้ตัวนี้เรียบร้อยแล้วแน่นอนครับว่าผมก็ต้องอัพหลอดให้ขึ้นนี่ให้ได้
Promoted again? Is that good or
แต่
bad?
ปัญหาผมก็จะมีแค่อย่างเดียวคือเจ้าพวกนี้เนี่ยสิเพราะมันไม่มีให้อัพแล้วส่วนแซมโปแน่นอนครับว่ากูต้องอัพมึงด้วยเพราะกูต้องการบัตรของมึงนี่แหละไม่ใช่บัตรของใครพอสุ่มไปปั๊บไอ้นี่ได้เยอะเลยแฮะทีนี้ก็อะไรนะการแรกจะพวกนี้ก็พอได้เข้าเข็มอยู่บ้างนะกะว่าจะซื้อบัตรกำนันรถไฟนี่ดีกว่า เดี๋ยวก่อนนะแล้วไอ้หนังสือมาร์เซเว่นนั่นไปไหนแล้วล่ะขอดู Forget Hall นิดนึงไปหาคุณปอมปอมดีกว่าปอมปอมขอเช็คก่อนมีใครไหมเอ้ย
Not so long ago, I was still wondering whether I'd ever sorry. I'd love to come visit more when I stand aboard the express. I believe I'll have luck. Thank you for inviting me.
Holy shirt balls! The synthesizer following this synthesizing method. Huh. Vomit inducing. Oh, hey, friend. Can I borrow some trash from the express to synthesize anyway? Other than this. Looks like you're prepared to be...
Do you want to enter the forgotten?
ได้จากเสือของหล่อนไปไหนแล้วอะเดี๋ยวยังไม่มีปะ
I have an even better deal. Why don't you come hear about it?
จริงสิกูต้องการให้ยายนี่มันเวลวันนี้ดีกว่าเกือบแล้วกูเกือบแห้งแล้ว
Please stay tuned.
Danger ahead. Ready.
Oh, eternal.
Joining the battle. Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes. Set the seas ablaze.
Did the rhythm get messed up? Let's improvise. The mood is set. Let the show begin.
Step up, let's see ya.
Fight to live.
Existence is unity. All will be swept away by the wind.
Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes.
Dreams do come true.
Fight to live. Set the seas ablaze.
Eternal.
Until everything burns to ashes!
Let the show begin!
My friends, indulge yourselves!
Existence is unity.
Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes!
Let the show begin!
Fight to live!
โอเคครับทุกคนงั้นผมไปแล้วไว้เจอกันใหม่ครับ สวัสดีครับ